signed the Geocortex agreement and said we can't do that. Can we do the signing of the agreement with Gilmore and Bell?
Yes, this is just an agreement with them to do the recalculation because of making sure we can report to the federal government with the 8038T to the IRS. So Gilmore Bell did it for us before, and we should use them again to do the analysis on that.
So I had some questions here. So this is a form that we have to fill out?
Yes, the IRS form, because of us getting the tax-free bond.
Okay. And so what,
It's a calculation that has to be done,
right?
so, and reported to the IRS, yes.
But their fee was like $4,000?
Yes,
Okay, and then, I mean, just to file the form, or I guess I'm
And to do-
confused.
And to do the calculation.
Yeah, but there was, so the calculations included possibly a refund? I'm trying to,
The way I understand it is if we earn too much money on the investments that we have to then maybe pay a refund amount or a penalty to the IRS. But they don't believe that's going to happen after they do this recalculation, but it still has to be done to prove to the IRS that there is no gain for us on this. Was it how you interpret it?
Right, so we're not allowed to earn over a certain dollar amount on the investments that we have on the money because we borrowed it tax-free. So we have to do this calculation every so often. This year it triggered because of the refunding to determine that we haven't earned too much money on the money we borrowed. Otherwise, we have to make a payment back to the IRS for the money that we earned over a certain dollar amount. That's simplifying the calculation.
okay, well, I mean, it sounds pretty simple. I mean, you earned X amount of dollars on your investment, what's that percentage? I mean, but that cost us $4,000?
It's not as easy as the terminology we just used.
Yes.
Well, it seems pretty easy to me.
Okay, well, you fill it. Yeah, I have no idea how to fill that out. I have no idea how to do those calculations.
I mean,
And we
so
use them
is
to
this
do it
primarily
before.
with the funds that we invested with the one bank, or what?
It's any.
We have to do it every so many years, no matter what, whether you have it invested or not. It's just, we triggered it this time because we refunded the bonds early. We have to do it sooner. I think it's every 3 or 4
There's
years.
5, I think it says on that letter.
So we sold those bonds, right? And then we bought new bonds, right? In essence? I mean, so we sold those because they were at a higher rate, and we refinanced and we bought new bonds at a lower rate. So when we did all that, wouldn't we have done the calculation on how much we earned on those bonds at that point in time?
It's not only that, but it's also the reserve money that sits there too. You have to do a calculation on all of it. I mean, if you want, we can get Tony on the phone, or we can do what they have to do.
I don't know, maybe it's just me. I mean, these guys aren't asking any questions, so maybe I'm the dumb one today.
How long is the form? I mean, is it like a
Well, I
1040
don't know,
easy
must-
versus a 1040 where you're,
That's a $4,000 form, I
It
guess.
says federal tax laws require that an arbitrage rebate calculation be completed, and if applicable, a payment to the federal government be made at least every 5 years.
yeah, but what's the form say? I don't need you to read that to me.
Says we owe money.
It says we
No.
owe who money?
No, it doesn't say we owe anybody money. It says, do you guys want us to perform this function for you? That's how I gather it. Right.
Yeah.
Gilmore and Bell's wanting us to sign the
Yeah.
agreement with them to perform this function, and it's gonna cost us $4,000.
Do you have to itemize a bunch of stuff on there, or do you just go and take information and plug them into, if if we filled one out before, can't you do it the exact same and
I
just put
have
the
never
We
permit?
have never filled
We
one
have
out.
never.
You
filled
said
it.
we did
always-
one before, but there's 4 or 5 years ago.
They have
Gilmore
done
Bell
it.
has
Well,
done
we
it
got a
every
copy
year.
of it, right? I mean, that's why I have an accountant do my taxes. Because I don't want to mess with it. And I'll make sure it's done right. So I understand why we're doing this. But we also have a lot of people working here that should be able to do this kind of stuff. When we fill out grant applications, which we don't know anything about a lot of times. So we need to look at it.
I mean, I don't mind paying them to do it. I just think, you know, maybe this is a much harder thing than I'm thinking that it is. And obviously, you know, maybe I simplified it a little bit, but when you do this every day, I would think that it would be a whole lot more reasonable than $4,000, but anyway.
Like I said, I have my taxes done for that very reason. But we also have a lot of able-bodied people here that I'll be able to figure it out. Where's the form at? You know where the other one is?
No. I have to go back and look 5 years ago, see where it was. And I'm assuming since an attorney's office is doing that it is. a
They're
lot
gonna be
of
rendering
information.
a legal opinion along with this calculation
Right.
and preparing a form 8038-T for filing with the IRS.
I don't, that don't make any sense to me either. So maybe I'm just a dummy today, but the calculations are the calculations, and they either show that you owe money or you don't owe money. And I don't know why you need a legal opinion to determine that. I mean, you fill out the form and you either owe or you don't, or they owe you. I mean, it's,
Oh, get a copy of the form, see what it is. Do we have to do this today?
If you guys don't approve it, it don't have to be done. I know she's under the gun.
When does
If we don't
have to be
approve it, it doesn't
filed
have to be
by?
done, but.
Is it on there? She said in that email.
No,
It was in the email she sent?
Yeah, I forwarded it to you, but I can't remember.
Oh, good.
yeah, I saw that. And
Who was the email from?
Who was it from? It was from me forwarding it to you.
No, who was it from originally?
Tony.
Stackman.
Yes. Sorry, yeah.
so it's a one-page form. Obviously, you have to have the numbers, but so I guess before we move on, I mean, obviously, we're gonna need to make an answer or make a decision on this pretty quick, but is this something that only Gilmore and Bell can do, or is this something that someone else can do? Do we
I'm
know?
assuming there's other people that can do it, but since they actually helped us with all the legal work for the bond, I would assume it's gonna be easier for them to do than another firm coming in here and doing that, or another group, or. I can find out more about it. and send you
they've got
guys
all the
more
record, yeah,
about it.
just ask them why it takes $4,000 to prepare
Because that's the amount under 4,500 that you can get away without bidding it.
Could very well be.
$44.99.
$44.99. Bargain price.
Feels like a Monday.
Tony's probably listening and mad at us now,
Okay.
so next time it'll be 6,000.
Check with her and see, and if we have to have it done quicker than that, we can do
Okay.
okay. Now we'll jump back to signing the GeoCortex agreement with the city.
Okay, this is the agreement for the software program that works with our existing ArcGIS program. It's going to allow us to make custom web apps and things like that. And the city has already purchased this last year so they could redo some of the apps and websites that was done previously by the prior staff. And when they left, then they had all those websites and apps and stuff out there that nobody could figure out what they did when they programmed them. So this is gonna make it consistent so that we can do this, and if somebody leaves, then somebody can come in and figure out what the heck's going on, so.
How are their new people?
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very happy. But, so it's $9,250 for our half, and then it's gonna be $1,850 a year for maintenance.
Is our portion.
Yes,
And do we have this in the budget?
yes.
Okay.
There's the
I was
other
gonna
one.
ask that question.
Were you? I'm sorry. Oh,
I don't have any questions.
now I blew your thunder.
I'm good with it.
I move that we sign the GeoCortex agreement with the city.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And I was gonna make sure Jill did look at it, so.
Okay. See, where we at? Where we at, Jeff?
Oh, that's usually yours. Yeah, the opening was there.
There's one for
Accounts payable review.
I'd
Yep.
ask for approval of accounts payable,
What do we got this week?
just the credit card bills.
Okay. Good with that?
Yeah.
I move that we approve accounts payable pending review.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Sole source approval, Zucker mapping, mobile mapping, AVL playback software. Trying to move Sam along. He wanted to be out of here in 15 minutes, so.
Chris is on a mission.
Sam,
I
no,
know,
Sam
I'm leaving
wanted,
for
Sam
Dallas,
can't
so-
talk and sign at the same
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, and Melissa's standing up here,
I'm
so.
delivery boy.
I'm
Okay.
like,
That's the ad that went in the paper.
Okay.
That's just approving the sole source ad, right, or
Mhm.
whatever, so.
Yeah, and this is, I've only got Sam's pen here. This is the image trend agreement. It was approved with this one.
Okay.
2,500 one time.
So we already approved that.
yeah.
Okay, I move that we approve the sole source for the Zerker mapping, mobile mapping software.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, you want that back too? Gosh, darn it.
Other issues? Anyone? Debbie? Where'd she go?
Well, we done riled her up. She wanted-
Yeah.
I'm afterwards. Oh, okay.
You got close session.
Yeah, just.
Okay.
Did you all get on the,
You know, I don't suppose county office side, I think Chris.
buckle up, phone down thing? Y'all better get out there. Send
No.
me your logos.
You already approved that for us. We found out at our West Central Commissioners that Cole County was already on board.
Okay.
Yeah,
I emailed
I-
and Sam said
I
okay,
said-
but I was making sure he was okay.
I thought
Well, he said he was okay, but he was messing with his phone the whole way there.
You gotta, when you're doing it by yourself. Dang.
Well, I'm learning,
We're gonna start checking cameras and everybody pulls in front if they're wearing their seatbelts.
I do wear my seatbelt all the
I
time.
used to hardly.
I
ever
do.
wear it. I'm doing better now.
I do.
No, I don't think Sam
I want y'all to be able to get rid of it
I
without
don't think so
easy.
either, because it's simply them saying.
Okay, let's
Okay,
go into
we'll go
closed
closed
session
session.
and then we can come back out and take care of other stuff. So,
Okay.
I move we go into closed session pursuant to section 610.021 of the revised statutes of Missouri for legal actions, section sub 1.
Second.
Roll call?
Sam,
Yes.
Jeff,
Aye.
Chris.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll take that.
We'll get the sheriff, to get his on there.